So, apparently, at least it seems to me, Leslye Headland, or Lesbian Headlamp, is coming out and pretty much trying to lay the blame for episode 3 of The Acolyte on someone else. Trying to say, hey, it's not my fault. He made me do it. He encouraged me. He encouraged me to do it this way. I was just doing what was encouraged of me. I was just doing what I was told. So, she says, Leslye Headlamp, or Headland, or whatever, reveals Dave Filoni's influence in adding lesbian space witches to The Acolyte. Yes, okay, let's see here. Star Wars The Acolyte just released its 3rd episode, and the reactions have been more intense than the show itself. Yeah, because the episode is boring. This episode stirred controversy by featuring a group of gay space witches, lesbian space witches, who supposedly use the Force to create children. Osha and May are proof of this. No, there is no supposedly. They tell you point blank in the episode that they used the string, or their rendition, or whatever you want to call it, of the Force to make, well, little baby space Jesusettes and one of the aliens' bellies, which is kind of weird because the alien is kind of like, or alien species, check whatever, is kind of pale, you know, and has horns, but both the girls are the black and doesn't have any features of the other person at all. I mean, being if they were black and had the horns or whatever, I think that'd have been cooler, but nope, not what we got. So yes, the show does blatantly tell you that they use the Force to create kids. There's no supposedly in that. Anyway, let's move on. Whether you think this move is bold or stunning and brave, which it's not, because every fucking thing coming out of Disney or Hollywood is quote-unquote stunning and brave now, or believe that Star Wars is now ruined. No, I don't think it's now ruined. Star Wars has been ruined and been trashed pretty much since the day Disney bought it. You have to admit that Headland was brave, no she wasn't, to include this, especially knowing how fans usually react to changes in the franchise. Why? Why would fans be upset when you change the franchise? I don't get that. Why in the world would we be annoyed or upset when you change the franchise and make it into things it wasn't in the first place, just to push your narrative? Your shitty narrative, by the way. We don't know if the show breaks into canon. Yes, we do. Because Anakin was supposed to be the only one born, like, you know, a little baby space Jesus type of thing. The only one born of the Force. The only immaculate conception that was supposed to happen. That would be like, that would be like Catholics or Christians or whatever finding out that, oh, by the way, little baby Jesus was only like the 3rd or 4th one. There were some other ones before that, but oops, shit didn't take. That's pretty much the equivalent to that. So yes, it does break canon immediately. And we'll keep going until we learn the full story of Osha and May. Well, don't need to. We're also eager to find out more about the Witches of Brendok, who are different from the Witches of Dathomir. Yeah, they're different because they're not canon and they're absolute shit. Let's see, what does Lesbian Headlamp have to say? Dave Filoni very quickly became kind of a mentor of mine in terms of navigating what this part of the timeline would be like for both the Jedi and the other Force users. It was kind of this aha moment for me when he told me, you know, not all witches are Night Sisters. Well, I wouldn't take anything Dave Filoni says to heart, that's for damn sure. See, Turner Smith, you know, the girl you see that on the, everybody uses that clip of, yes, yes, yes. That oh my god, it's fucking annoying stuff. Who plays Mother Aniseya in the show, confirmed that Brendok Coven is a unique creation. Of course it is, because they don't want to use the things that are original to the creation or original to the lore and myth of Star Wars. They've pretty much told everybody that the extended universe was no good, even though they're stealing from it all of the time. She was glad to add her own twist to it, Yes, of course she was glad to own her own twist to it because they don't want to just play a character. They have to see themselves now. They can't just be like, hey, man, girl, whatever, dude, dudette. This character is written so great. I would love to play that character. It would be an honor to do justice to the character that you have put on the page. This is awesome. No, now they have to be themselves. So what does she have to do? I had the unique opportunity of getting to create something that no one had necessarily seen yet. It was just really quite the ride to create. I didn't create her from outside of myself, of course not. I created her from inside myself. Mother was mothering. What the flying horse fuckers is that shit? Mother was mothering. Oh boy. I don't know. Let's see here. I just, like I said before, I'm of the personal opinion that this show not only sucks ass, they are doing everything they can to just cover for it. From the majority of media to, of course, everybody at Disney, Star Wars, and Lucasfilm. They're doing everything they can to cover for it, and it's not going to work. I haven't looked at the third episode's ratings yet, but I'm pretty sure they're probably shit, and fourth episodes will probably be worse. Anyway, do me the giant favor of liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting below, and I will see you boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, later on. Have yourselves a great, wonderful, and, as always, a prosperous day. Bye-bye.